So, what exactly are calorie counting apps, right? Well, the main reason for these calorie counting apps or diet apps is the ability to track what you are eating throughout the day. So, when you start tracking that food, right, it counts the calories so you know if you're on track with your diet. And with these apps that I am going to show you today, the reason to use them is by you can input the foods that you eat, and then these apps that you have on your smartphone or your tablet will calculate the total calorie intake based on the nutritional information of the foods and what you put in. Um, Also with these apps, right, they provide different detailed nutritional information for a different range of foods. So it can count the calories, the macros, carbohydrates, proteins, fats. If you're getting enough vitamins and minerals, it's going to display that type of information for you. You will also be able to track your meals and even snacks that you have throughout the day. So there's options where you could say breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack number one, snack number two. You could put all of that in the type of apps I'm going to show you. And if you were here last week, I introduced an app called Yuka, where we used our phone's camera to scan barcodes of the foods that we eat. And with calorie counting apps, you can do the same thing where you can use your camera to scan a barcode of a food, or snack or something like that, and it will log it into the app and put it into your what you're eating daily, the type of nutrition that it has, and so on. So these are kind of like the main features and what exactly is a calorie counting app. Even if you're not intending to lose weight, you could just use it to kind of track your meals, making sure you're not having enough sugar, making sure you're eating enough protein. You can use it in all different types of ways. So for today, we are going to just go only over two apps. There are tons and tons of different calorie counting diet apps that I would have to do over like hundreds of presentations on them. But the most popular diet apps are these three on the screen. MyFitnessPal is always rated number one. Lose It Calorie Counter, I spelled it wrong, sorry. And Calorie Counter My Net Diary, I spelled calorie wrong. But these are the three apps. They're both used on a smartphone or a tablet. Not too sure if you could use it on a computer. They're meant to log it daily on your phone or your iPad and so on. And we're gonna go over two today, MyFitnessPal and Lose It Calorie Counter. MyFitnessPal and both Calorie Counter have free and paid memberships. Today, we are only going to go over the free things that they offer, and I could touch a little bit on paid stuff, but with the free stuff that they offer is perfectly fine, and you could use it to track your stuff without having to pay for their subscription. So what exactly is MyFitnessPal? MyFitnessPal is basically a food diary that's going to help you track your calories. Within MyFitnessPal, because it's rated the top one on all of your app stores or Google Play stores, it has an extensive database of over 11 million foods. So what that means is when you are going to use the app to track your food, right? You have to put into the app the food that you just ate. Whether for breakfast you just had some scrambled eggs, whether you ate a Eggo waffles, you have to input that information. So with MyFitnessPal, it's going to recognize brand name products, even restaurant meals and homemade recipes. So you could either type it or you could scan it with the barcode. So with MyFitnessPal, yes, it does have the ability to scan products from your smartphone's camera. However, I have it downloaded on my phone. I'm going to show you it. The barcode scanner is a paid feature for MyFitnessPal, and it's free on the other app that I'm going to show you. So you would have to just manually type in the food that you just ate. So if it's a name brand, something that you always eat all the time, Fruit Loop cereal, you have to type that into the app. As well with MyFitnessPal has a lot of customization, so you could customize your different calorie goals based on what you put into the app, your age, your gender, weight, height, how active you are, and your objectives. Do you want to lose weight, maintain weight, gain weight? You have to put in all of that into the app so they know exactly how to track your information and how many calories you should be getting each day. And I have some pictures in the next slide so I could show you some of the questions that they ask. Also, a good thing about MyFitnessPal, not only does it track your calories, but it will also track exercise goals or routines. So if you're someone that every day you like to do walks for an hour, 30 minutes, you could put that into the app and it will monitor and take away calories and so on. If you're someone that likes to do cycling, bike riding, weightlifting, dancing, aerobics, you could all put that into the app so you could track it each and every day. Does anybody have any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So we're just gonna look at some pictures real quick before we actually get on the app. But MyFitnessPal, right? If you've been to my classes before, you kind of know the drill by now. Mostly all these apps that you know get on your phone, you do have to create an account. So an email address and a password. And when you first open up MyFitnessPal, it gives you two options, whether you want to log in if you already have an account or you want to sign up for free. If you don't have one, right, that's the one you click on, sign up for free. And when you hit sign up for free, you have options to which email do you want to sign up with. With Google, if you have an Apple account, if you have Facebook. If you don't have any of those three, you could just hit continue and you could use the other emails that you may have. Yahoo, AOL, OptoLineNet, Optimum. If you have any of those emails, you just hit the blue continue if you don't see your email on the screen or if you don't want to use Facebook. Once you use your email to sign up, right, you do get something like this. It's kind of like a short quiz so they can learn a little bit about you and why exactly you want to use the app. So right away, I was going to ask you, what is your goal with this application? Are you here to lose weight? Are you here to maintain weight, gain muscle, modify your diet? So someone asked here today about, you know, tracking like sugar or sodium. You would hit modify my diet. So you could find foods and recipes that are specific to low sodium, low cholesterol, things like that. If you're someone here today that is focused on like exercise and you only wanted to track that, you could choose like increase step count or gain muscle. It has more pages. I didn't take picture of every of the quizzes, but the rest of the thing on the quiz will just say like what's your weight, your height, your age, so it can modify the type of calories you should be eating each and every day. And then you're in, and then you could start using the app. So before I show the app, the two applications, does anybody have questions? Okay, so for the people that just came in, right, today is diet apps, calorie counting. I am gonna go on my smartphone now and screen share how the app looks like, how you may use it, and then you guys could ask me questions about the applications. So in a moment, you'll just see my phone on the screen. Okay, so the first app we're going to go is MyFitnessPal. Of course, right, before we start every presentation, in order to have an app on your phone, you do have to go to the App Store and download it. If you have an Android phone, you have to go to the Google Play Store and download the app on your device. So it's free to download, no charge, and you just have to create an account with your email. So once you have it downloaded on your device, you could start using it. So I am going to show it now. So MyFitnessPal. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Okay. So for the purpose of the class, I created my own account so you can just see the layout of it and how it looks like. With MyFitnessPal, right, this is the free version. If you look at the top, you can go premium. That is their subscription. But you could use it perfectly fine with the free options that it has. So they said based on the quiz that I filled out, which was my goals of what I wanted, my height, my weight, my age, all of that, they said I should be having 1,760 calories a day. And each time I log in food, right, it will start counting the calories and making sure I'm either staying on track or going over, going under, and so on. So usually other kind of features like low carb, heart healthy, and macros, like if you want to make sure you're staying on that type of track, it is a premium feature on MyFitnessPal. I could check if on calorie counting it's free. I'm not too sure, but we'll look at it in a few minutes. But at the moment, the basic feature with MyFitnessPal is counting your calories. So how do we actually start counting our calories? What is the first thing that we need to be doing? So if we look at the bottom of the screen, we kind of have an option that says dashboard and log food. So with log food, it kind of gives us a layout, right? I haven't added anything for breakfast. I haven't added anything for lunch. And if I scroll down, there's a section for dinner, section for snacks, exercise, how much water as well. So let's say I wanted to add something for breakfast. I would hit add food. And then I have options. I can scan a meal, scan a barcode, or just simply type it into the search. Scanning with a barcode is a paid option on MyFitnessPal, so I'm not going to use the scanning option. I'm just gonna type it in. So what you could say is scrambled eggs, and you could see exactly how to add it, right? If you just had one large scrambled egg, if you know the specific brand of the eggs that you eat from, you can type it into here and it will find it as well. Or you could just do a generic eggs and it will find it that way. And you can choose your serving size. If you had 2 eggs, 3 eggs, and so on, you can add it in. And right away, it tells you generically, without the brand name, they believe it's about 72 calories, 0.4 carbs, 4.8 fat, 6.3 grams of protein. But you could be very specific and say exactly how you made the eggs, whether that's scrambled, boiled, and so on. You can add that right into the app and it will find it for you. So for the purpose of today, let's just pretend I had boiled eggs. I would add it to my app. And now if we go back, we can see that it added it to my calories. So now I have 1,688 calories remaining to eat for the day, based on the goals that I provided to this app, right? So each person is not going to see the same thing depending on what you want to do with MyFitnessPal. If you're someone that wants to use it for exercise, you may see something else. If you're someone that needs to lose weight or gain weight, it's not going to be the same for you. This is based on what I put into the app. Does anybody have any questions so far?
How do you put it into the app? I mean, you type it and then you just hit it and it's in.
Yes, so anytime you want to add like breakfast, you see it says add food,
Uh-huh.
or lunch, add food. You just tap on it and type it at the top, and it will find exactly what you're looking for. Depending, I would say if you want to be very specific for what you're eating, put the exact brand. If you're eating processed food or like ramen soup or something like that, put the exact brand of where it came from. If you're eating ice cream, put the brand of the ice cream so it could track the calories accurately.
Good, thank you.
And then, of course, right, if you are someone that is going to use it for exercise, you can add exercise and you have different options, whether it was cardio, strength, or a workout routine. And you could just search if it's like running, you could type that in. If it's just walking, you could type that in as well. And you can say how long you were walking, how many calories you think you may have burned, and at what time did you do the walk.
Mhm.
All of that you can add. But unfortunately, with MyFitnessPal, a lot of the things that usually you were able to do on the app is now a premium feature. So we are going to switch over to another application called Lose It Calorie Counter. It has a bit more other features that you can use than MyFitnessPal. So I'm going to stop screen sharing for a second. So the other app that we have here is Lose It. It's in orange at the top. I do think this application may be a bit better for those who are still starting navigating with their smartphone or having trouble using the smartphone. It's a bit more clear and a bit easier to navigate. So with Lose It, they do show you your macros, so how many fats you ate, how many carbs and protein without the premium version. So that is a very good thing, especially if you're someone here today that wants to track how much protein you're eating or how many carbohydrates. You don't have to pay for that. It tells you how many calories you should be eating based on the quiz that you take. You can add, it'll track your weight and so on. If you're doing a good streak, you're eating the correct calories it says you should, or the correct exercise. And with this application called Lose It, you can also scan the food that you're eating instead of typing it, which is always a good thing to just scan it. So at the bottom, we have a little plus sign symbol where we can tap on, and it will open up to what you can log in. if you see the lock symbol, that just means you can't add it because it's not for free. You would have to pay the premium version. But anything that does not have the lock, you can use. So if I clicked on breakfast, I could use the barcode, scan a food item. It will open up to my camera. And right away, very quickly, it scanned what I had on the table, which is breakfast biscuits. And right away, it told me the nutrition facts of it, how many pieces did I have today? And according to the pieces that I put, you can see on the screen, it's changing the calorie amount. So that's very good, especially if you're someone that snacks a lot and you eat a lot of cookies or something like that. You can put, oh, I had 10 Oreos, and then you could see how it changes and how many calories you are putting into your system.
So you
So,
scan, how do you scan it? You just hold the phone in front of the food?
so yeah, so as soon as you see here on the screen, it says scan a food item
Yeah,
on the top.
yeah.
That will open your camera and you could just point your camera to the barcode on the food.
Okay,
So if you have cereal, you have to point it to wherever you see the barcode on the cereal box or the can of soup or whatever, you want to scan. You can't point it to just the word, to the
right.
word of the box. Nothing's gonna happen.
Okay, thanks.
So once again, I found this barcode, I scanned it. Let's say I said I ate 2 pieces of it. Now you could see it's there as a breakfast option that I had. And you can even see how it breaks it down for you, very differently than MyFitnessPal. For lunch, it's saying now you should only have 398 calories, dinner 558, and snacks you have 319 calories available. So it will just break down exactly of what you should be eating or not eating and so on. And if we go back to the dashboard, you can see it calculated my macros. So I'm eating more carbs than fat and protein by logging that in. So the more you scan and the more you add food, it will track exactly how you're eating with either a bar graph or you can tap it in to even read it a bit more. So I don't know if the person is still here today. I don't know if she left, but the person that asked the question about does it track your cholesterol, sodium, I would definitely recommend this app, Lose It Calorie Counter, because as soon as you start scanning the food items, you can see it here on a graph exactly how much you're going to be eating a day, and it will definitely track it appropriately if you're scanning the exact foods.
Thank you.
So,
I'm still here.
Okay, good.
so sodium is a fat? It says sodium is under fat.
Yes.
I guess because it holds water. But it's
I
not
feel
really
like I had salt.
right, but it's not a fat really, but you know,
I
you
think
It
know,
because
falls under fat because of how it functions in the body, not because of what it is.
okay, because it holds water, right?
Well, it's one of the things it does. Yeah.
Okay.
It
Right.
it controls your heart beating, which is almost more important.
right. And even other thing that's great about this app, let's say you really wanted to see exactly with all the foods calculated what you're putting in your body, you could hit view all nutrients and it will break it down like this. So once you finish calculating your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your snacks for the day, you could come here, say view all nutrients, see how many vitamins you had in total, minerals, caffeine, and so on. Obviously, I only scanned one thing, so most of these is just 0 at the moment. But if you actually, keep up with the app, put in things accurately, you'll be able to see each amount each and every day. And it will track it every day. So today's Thursday, you can do the same thing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it will give you different graphs for each day. Does anybody have any questions so far? Oh, I didn't mean to. So I'm gonna go to the App Store for a second because those are two great apps, but of course, right, there are a ton of other apps that people use. So if we go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, it doesn't matter if you have an iPhone or an Android, they have many, many diet apps that you can use. So if you just type in diet apps in the search bar, right, there are tons of calorie counter applications, not just the two that I showed you, MyFitnessPal and Lose It. Some of them, you could go ahead and download it and see what type of free features they have. So I showed you MyFitnessPal and I saw that a lot of the things were limited with features. So I said, use Lose It. But this can be another great app that may have free features as well that you would want to use, that you can read about. And if we just, went on and kept on scrolling, right? If you haven't noticed, there are hundreds of other calorie counting applications that you can use depending on your different goals, your carbs, protein, water intake, and so on. If you scroll down, it would kind of be infinite of the type of ways it would track your goals. The things that I look for the most when I download an app is usually the reviews, how many people are reviewing it, and if it's one of the most popular ones. And you can always tell by the different reviews. So this application right here is a 4.8, but it only has 87,000 ratings. MyFitnessPal, it has a 4.7 with almost 2 million ratings. So
Wow.
the people that are rating it, it's going to show you that it's a better app. Even though, most of the features are in premium, it still doesn't mean it's not a good application. It has a lot of high ratings from tons of people. Then if we keep going down, right, Lose It has a 4.8 with almost 700,000 people. If you looked again, right, it's number 13 on the charts. So all of those things you should look at before downloading an app, making sure you're seeing the reviews, if it's high or not, right? This one has a 4.6, but only 20,000 people have rated it. So not too many people are using this application. That's what I always look at. And Weight Watchers, I'm sure you have heard of Weight Watchers before. This one has a high ratings too, over 2 million, but I do know that most of the things in Weight Watchers is a premium that you would have to pay for. So I didn't show it today. And it's really heavy based on the different programs that you can choose on and to read about. But mostly all these apps now, that new feature is using your phone to scan the food products so you could read a bit more about the nutritional information and then track it properly. Does anybody have any questions?
Thank you. Always thank you.